Now, before I tell you the advantages of getting SMP done here at SNT Hair Inc., here are some of the disadvantages which I've got on my phone. And trust me, I'm just going to spoiler alert. The disadvantages are nothing compared to the advantages that you get, because this is just not acceptable. Especially if look, alopecia, whatever it is, takes place in your life and you just want a normal life back. I'm telling you right now, this treatment, you're going to find out. But anyways, the disadvantages are, it's obviously not real hair, okay? So there's no real growth or anything, and it's only essentially a cosmetic illusion. But the illusion is, we're going to get to it. Now, it does require touch-ups. This is every few years, but really and truly, you can go a decade without getting a touch-up. It just depends on how much sun exposure you get. If you keep exposing your scalp to the sun obviously will dry out the ink. The pigments will fade over time. But as for the tattoo itself, or the SMP itself, because in this industry, we don't really refer to it as a tattoo because we use different pigments, okay? But every now and then, just if you want sharpness, you get touch-ups. That's pretty much it. The other disadvantage, okay, is the risk. Whilst I'm saying this, guys, I'm going to show you guys the other video so you guys can see. All right, the other disadvantages is pretty much the risk of that unnatural look if you get it done by a non-professional. That's why we work on our craft. We become obsessed with SMP, everything SMP, so that we can get everything perfect. When you come to us, we get it on point, because if not, it just doesn't look natural. But the ones that end up looking natural, whoo, goodness me. And don't forget, this is me, so it's on my head. Okay, the other limited thing is you're limited to hairstyle, so meaning you just have to get buzz cut. That's pretty much what you can do, okay? So if you're used to doing your hairstyle, all of this stuff, I want to look cute, yeah, you're buzzing from now on, pretty much, okay? But now, some discomfort during the procedure can take place. It just depends on your pain tolerance. But as for me, it wasn't that bad. There are certain sensitive areas, and that's pretty much it. Other discomfort you can get is during the procedure itself. You could get just slight tingling feeling. As I said, it really just depends on the sensitivity of the individual, okay? So that's for the discomfort. The upfront cost, it can be a bit of an investment, but as you'll find out in the advantages, the investment may or may not pay for it, okay? And then the pigment over time may fade, which I already mentioned. And then the permanent procedure is that it's going to stay on your head. So if you wanted to get it removed, then you're going to have to get laser surgery and so forth and so forth. That's the disadvantages. Now, I'm about to tap into the advantages, which, whew, you're about to be blown away. Now, let's talk about the advantages. Look, non-existent. Why? Because the balding or the patches and all of this stuff, deleted essentially. Non-surgical, super quick and instant results. I mean, what more do you want? For me, it makes sense. Even if you wanted to have a hair transplant, I've seen people do this and then go and get the hair transplant. I'm not encouraging that, because the side effects for the hair transplant is crazy, because you could keep receding, lose your hair, and then essentially now you've got a bunch of scars at the back of your hair, which you're gonna need SMP to tattoo or to get rid of it, essentially, just to hide it anyways. The FUE scars, I believe that they're called. So for me, it just doesn't make any sense. So as I said, non-surgical, there's no downtime compared to a hair transplant, which there is downtime for like 12 months. You have to walk around hiding your head and all of this stuff. You have to make sure you don't get infections, blah, blah, blah. It's absolutely crazy. Immediate, but it's long lasting. This is what I didn't want. I didn't want the hassle of keep faffing around with my head. This is long lasting, okay? You might not need another touch up until 5 years or even 10 years time, man. So it does create an illusion of fuller hair, thicker hair, as you know. After this, I'm going to tell you my own benefits that's done for me, okay? So keep paying attention. So low maintenance, as I mentioned, no shampoos, expensive products, and all of this stuff, just to make sure I get the benefits out to you guys. Safe and minimal side effects. I really do have to stress on that. There's barely any side effects. I've never heard of a major side effect or whatever it is, but I have heard of people dying doing hair transplants. and then organs being harvested and all of this because they went Turkey for a hair transplant. These are just the realities, okay? Cost effective compared to ongoing treatments for hair transplants, because you're gonna need to buy products, maintain, make sure no infections. Camouflage any scars. So some of you guys might not be aware, but some of the clients that I take care of, I will hide their scar. So they might have either a birthmark or just an actual scar. You can basically put the pigment on top of it and the scar disappears essentially. It hides it. So that's absolutely amazing. And most importantly, now this is what I'm going to tell you my experiences. It boosts your confidence. It takes it from here to the next level. I promise you. Because my hair started regrowing back, so it's like, okay, cool, it is what it is. But for but now it's easier to just buzz it and keep the buzz look, because I like that. Okay, but for me, it meant no more wearing hats. Even though I'm wearing a do-rag now, it's just our culture, I'm used to it and all of this. But you're not bound to just wearing hats because your confidence is gone. You know, you're not limited. You can be free. You can shower free. Look, if you're losing your hair or you're receding, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You become very conscious. The moment you see the horseshoe at the back of your head, whew, it's a long day in the office. So I'm being honest. Let me show you guys play. Okay, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Lucky I was able to document a lot of this, because otherwise you guys wouldn't have anything to be able to see, right? Lucky I was able to, as I said, document this, because otherwise you guys wouldn't have anything to see. And look at it, literally looks like a fade on the side. Let me go to another one. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Let's zoom out or zoom in of that so you can see the level of detail, how realistic it is. All right, very realistic. You can see at the top right here, right? And now let's move to this one. It's a video as well. You see, so it just looks like you buzzed your head all the way down essentially. Okay, so SMP Hair Inc., we take care of that. And this is just a genuine video. As I said, genuine video, just documenting and showing you guys what I've gone through, because I remember having a ton of questions when I wanted to get it. And I can only imagine the questions that some of you guys might have. But as I said, I run through it with my clients and then we get onto the procedure. And there's the results after the procedure, especially for the first session, second session, and then yeah. So we recommend 3 sessions, first, second, and then the third one is usually on us, so on the house, where we just do touch-ups and anything like that. But session 1, session 2, after session 1, you can pretty much go back to work. There's no downtime, there's no lag, there's no delay, 0 delay. You can go back to work and do whatever it is that needs to get done. Okay, so like the video, share this, leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. What questions do you have? What are you unsure about? And if I can answer them for you, we will be doing that. All right, take care, guys.